Fueled by Deathcast.
One of the connections actually to Death Wish Coffee, you guys played the Axes and Anchors cruise.
We sure did.
We sure did. Father Zakk Wylde.
Yeah.
What was that like to headline a cruise? It seems to be like the normal thing nowadays.
All right.
But like back then.
So Axes and Anchors was a very interesting experience because it was. So first off, like I bumped into Zakk Wylde in like an elevator. Never really like met him or hung out with him or anything. But like I grew up a massive Ozzy fan, like huge Ozzy fan, and Zakk Wylde is my favorite guitar player of all time.
Awesome.
So it was just like I walked into the elevator and he's standing there and I'm like, hi, and I'm like, I can barely say my name and stuff, but yeah, but it was so cool. And that cruise was different because it was like, it wasn't just shows. There were like guitar clinics and stuff. And it was like very much like a learning thing. I actually did a bass clinic on there where like people were coming and like teaching people different like technique stuff that I do. And like explaining like how I did like my clinic on the song, our song Failure. Cause there's some pretty cool like, slapping techniques in there that like you don't necessarily hear in rock music every day, but I managed to jam it in there and make that shit work. It's sometimes I wish I didn't because it's hard, but but yeah, that was a really cool experience. And then Zakk did like this thing where it was just him with like an acoustic guitar, and he just got up there and just started shredding for like 15 minutes. Like there's too many notes. I don't even understand what's happening. And then he played a really sick version of Machine Gun Man, which is like one of my favorite songs that he ever wrote. Pride and Glory is awesome. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, and that was really, really cool. But yeah, that was a weird cruise.
You hang out with Zakk at all?
I never really got to hang out with Zakk. I have a funny story about Zakk Wylde, though.
I love it.
It's not the boat.
I love it.
Back to 2012, 13, when I was doing the Brooklyn Almond thing.
Yep.
We were playing in L.A., and I forget which venue it was. It might have been the Whiskey.
Okay.
And there was an upstairs. I remember that, and I was upstairs. And I was coming downstairs, and I opened the door, and I went to turn the corner to go down the stairs, and I ran right into him.
Oh.
And he didn't move.
No, he's a mountain of a man.
And he's like, easy, boy. And I was just like, oh, hey, Zakk. I ran into a Viking.
You sure did.
And, yeah, he didn't move.
Oh, man.
So that's my Zakk Wylde story.
That is awesome.
And I was like, I'm all right with that because it was Zakk Wylde.
Yeah. we love Zakk here, because of making his coffee, Valhalla.
I love his coffee.
Yeah. And he's just so nice to all of us here. In fact, like when he came around, I always tell the story because people always ask, but when he came around to this area, he came with Zach Sabbath.
Yeah.
And played that guitar and walked right off stage and gave it to our owner. And right afterwards, it was just like,
that boy can play.
He can play.
I mean,
when they say guitar god,
he is.
Hands down.
He's the best.
Hands down.